Ivan Meisner, founder of BNI. Have you ever gotten a haircut over the phone? It's kind of difficult, right? You have to actually show up, don't you? Well, BNI is similar. You have to show up. I want to tell you a story about the importance of attendance in a very fact-based, data-driven way. Many years ago, I had a chapter president come to me and say, we don't believe that attendance really makes any difference in the quantity of referrals. We really don't want to follow the attendance requirement anymore. I said, listen, the attendance policy wasn't created by me. It was created by the International Board of Advisors, which is made up exclusively of BNI members. They're the ones that create all the policies in BNI. The president said, yeah, we know that, but we think they're wrong. We really believe that attendance will make no difference in the amount of referrals that we pass. So here's what we propose. We'll improve the attendance in our chapter and continue to track the referrals. And Ivan, if we can show you that attendance has no impact on referrals, will you go to the Board of Advisors and ask them to change the policy? I told him, sure. The attendance policy is one of the biggest hassles for us in the organization. Some people just don't like that policy. So if we could show that it didn't work, I was all for changing it. This chapter was really, really small, which they blamed in part on the attendance rule. They actually had 2.1 absences per member per quarter. 2.1 absences per member per quarter. That's really bad. They passed 188 referrals per quarter, or roughly 55 referrals a month on average. To their credit, they really tracked their numbers. And in the first quarter, after that baseline quarter, they had a 52% drop in absenteeism. Pretty impressive. They dropped 1 absence per member per quarter. Their number of members went up 29%. Their number of referrals went up 43% to 269 referrals in the quarter. Now, the second quarter, they did this. Their absenteeism dropped by 71%. Their absences went down to 0.6 absences per member per quarter. Their membership went up 50%, and their referrals went up 62% to 305 referrals during the quarter. Let's review. A 71% drop in absences and a 62% increase in referrals. Well, we published the results of our little experiment, which were even better than I had hoped. Soon after I published these results, I got a call from another chapter president who said, we read your article and we don't buy it. We think you made up those numbers. I told him, I didn't make up those numbers. Call the president. He'll tell you. He said, yeah, he'll probably say whatever you want. We don't believe it. He said, here's what we want to do. We don't think 6 months is long enough. We think it needs to be a year. So if we track it for 1 year, do you promise that you will publish those results? Because we think they'll be different. I said, yes, I promise I'll publish your results. In the first quarter, they had 1.9 absences per member, almost the exact same amount as the first group. However, they actually had less members than the first group and passed only 122 referrals per quarter, or almost 41 a month. In their first quarter after the baseline, they had a 53% drop in absenteeism, very similar to the first group. They had a smaller increase in members, only 9%, with a 9% increase in referrals. But the second quarter saw a 58% drop in absenteeism and a 55% increase in members, with a 71% increase in referrals, almost identical results to the first chapter. But here's where it gets really interesting, because their results were in fact different. On their third quarter, 1 quarter more than the first chapter, the number of absences remained stable. However, their membership went up by 90%, and get ready for this, their referrals went up by 164%. Let's review. A roughly 50% drop in absenteeism resulted in a 90% increase in membership and a 164% increase in referrals. At the end of the third quarter, the president called me up and said, Yeah, never mind. We can end now. You were right. Absenteeism clearly affects a group. You can publish the results. So here's the bottom line. When people show up consistently, they're going to build relationships. They're going to get to know and trust each other better. And they're going to be more committed to giving you referrals. Why accept mediocrity when excellence is an option? Excellence is an option. This is Dr. Ivan Meisner, founder of BNI. Thanks for watching.